Hello mfazi.
I want to add Maskhosana.
Yo, bensazibuza uphuma Sikhosana.
It's technology.
Yo, ndiyayazi kaloku sana.
There, it's ringing.
Ndiyayazi yo i-technology.
Masithole njani? Sanibonani gogo.
Hayi nami
Sawubona gogo, sawubona.
hayi kanti madlambeni uthi lamagwinya
Yo, unjani ugogo?
Amagwinya lawa kaJabu.
Yazwile lamagwinya ukuthi
kaJabu.
hase amagwinya ngiyathanda
Hayibo mna ndiwathanda sana.
Singisa lamagwinya lawa.
Mna ndiyawathanda shem.
Watching the news now. About the updates of the fire. Badlamini ngikuxoxele, let me tell you gogo. Ngithi bengisebenza, I was driving at the taxi and these people from the fire, they came into my taxi one by one. I think 2 bangene that day, and then another day abanye abayi-2 they got into the taxi. I heard the stories.
Ayizana zomfazi.
Yehlene the part, please
Oh, bayatshisa abantwana.
yes, the part there.
Bathanda i-TV.
Gogo, sorry.
Yakho ngayi.
I'm cooking here. They're not paying attention to the pot.
Uyabazi kaloku nge-TV yo.
Hey, masithole.
Zithini mfazi kazithini?
Hey, and then I was saying that this one, ubani igama lakhe, I've picked him up in the insurance building. Ingene kuqala, he got into my taxi first. Ubani igama lakhe? Yeah, the insurance building, the one by ShopRite.
Oh, ndiyambona. Ndiyambona ngubani kanene?
Lobuti got into my taxi and we were listening to the radio about the fire. And I was like, hi, what a shame this is. How can something like this happen? And then he said, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. And then I said, what exactly are you saying, my child? And then he said, I might have an idea. I was there. I'm the manager of the building. Well, at least I was. And then I was like, how? My child, what happened? I can't imagine why something like this would happen. Hi. And then he said, well, I'm not so sure about what exactly happened. And then he was like, but I did see a few things that didn't sit quite right with me that morning. Hi man, surely that Uli said he would not neglect his job. Do you think those wires caused the fire? He said, I'm not entirely sure, but that did catch my eye, especially because they said that the fire might have been caused by Ugesi. But I will leave that investigation up to the police. All I am saying is that I will think twice about who I decide to trust.
Uthembanga Uli said.
Hayi bo.
I also thought it was Uli said.
Nguye
It was
Uli said.
when that boy told me the story, and then Uli said the follow the same day Uli said he got into my text to tell me what happened. Hey,
Yeah, man.
hey, madlamini.
Yo, hayi mfazi, imbi le nto.
Ubhuti wangena ngathi sawubona, wathi sawubona gogo. Yo, i-newspaper yashaya i-windshield. Hayi, ubhuti wathi that was the worst day of my life. And ebengilaphi izolo. Ngathi mina, do you know what happened? Wathi it was a normal day.
I've given up trying to argue with you.
Well, I gotta be honest, I can't argue with that logic. I mean, I can try, but when he's right, he's right.
And I said, sure, hi, uJabu seems suspicious. Ubhuti wathi, short left. Safika ngase-bottle store. Ngambuza, are you going to grab a drink or two? Wathi ubhuti, no, I don't drink.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ngibani?
Uphunga ntoni namfazi?
Hayi laba lezi ngane lezi.
I'm saying if ubawazi ukuthi who it was, hey, let me tell you about the next person who got into my text. Hey, ngiyangitshela madlamini masikhokhona.
Eh, wemfazi man,
Yeah.
thetha kaloku.
Masithole.
The boy got into my taxi and then he's like, to city center please. And then I was like, you seem a bit down my son, is everything alright? And then he said, I just don't get why the bad things happen to good people. Now everything that I had is gone, all just because of the fire. And then I was like, was your apartment in the building that was all over the news? I also said, do you have any idea who caused the fire or who might have been responsible? And then he was like, I don't really know, but there was some strange things happening that day. He was like, bet it was Walter smoking, or maybe Lissetti's bad wiring. And then I was like, and Jabu, how did he get out? And then he was like, I don't know. There should have been an alarm or sprinklers, something. And then after that, he was like, I just lost a lot. That's all. And then we arrived. And I was like, we are here. And then he said, thank you. And then I was like, take care of yourself, my child.
When I'm at let me sit. I thought it was that Walter. I thought it was the Walter. And then that Walter came into my taxi also to tell me what happened. Hey.
ngawungixelele ke.
Mas Chab, I'm telling you, that Walter came into my taxi.
Hey, Lobabalo was limping into the taxi.
Just 3 days ago, a devastating fire erupted in a building in Jepperstown, claiming the lives of 4 residents.
Nati, hi Baba, what happened to you? Did the Tsotis get you? What Baba? Yo, long story, I don't know where to begin. Nati Mina, good thing, cause I will drive very slow. Petrol went up
To
this
follow
week.
this story closely. This is Joe's Escape, and I'm Kaya, here to keep you informed and engaged.
And I said, Ish, so did Jabu come then? Wati, eventually.
We will never know.
Yeah.
Because all these kids, they are going this one. We will not know.
Yo, I can't wait for December. Ndifuna ugoduka yazi. Ndifuna ugoduka ndibakhumbule ekhaya. Khumbula ifamily yonke.